Pressure on the lead.
Gang in this bitch. Gang in this bitch. Gang in this bitch. Gang in this bitch. Hey, 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 gang, bitch, bang, niggas, bang, bang, no, bang, no, gang, no, gang, no, hey, hey, no, hey, hey, bang, no.
I'm a gorilla in a fucking scoop. Gonna pull up to the zoo. Nigga, who the fuck is you? I don't know, nigga. No, nigga. Pull up on your blocks. We gon' blow, nigga. No, nigga. Run.
Alright, so welcome back to Minus Speed 3 Automotive. Today, we're doing an oil change with this 09 Accord 4-cylinder. This motor takes about 4.3 liters of oil. Before you start, you're gonna wanna pop the hood, obviously let the car cool down, take off this oil cap, so when you drain the oil drains out freely. And then, once the car cools down, you're gonna wanna put the car on ramps. What you need, a pair of gloves, obviously, a rag or a towel, something to put under the car so you don't get dirty, a 17mm bolt to go onto the drain pan, and then you're gonna want either a 1/2 inch or a 3/8 inch ratchet. Cars on the ramp, you're gonna want to make sure that it's in park and that you pull the e-brake up, and then we're gonna put a piece of wood in the back of the tire to ensure that the car doesn't roll back and that it's safe. This car has over 100,000 miles, and any car that has over 100,000 miles, I recommend you get Valvoline, Pennzoil, Mobil One, any of those oils that are high mileage, and it comes with an SCP gold filter, so it should last you about 10,000 miles. For cars like these, you know, the people don't drive them too hard, so typically you can go 3,000 to 7,000 miles when you're using this oil because they don't get beat. So the bolt that has to come off the drain pan is right here. It's a 17mm, and then the oil filter is located right behind it. You're gonna get a ratchet, get it here, give it some force, a nice little tug, and then it loosens right up. Then you're gonna wanna adjust your oil pan, so when the oil comes out, it goes right into it and you get any splatter on the floor. Just so you know, you should have towels in case you spill it everywhere. And then oil comes right out. Oil seems to be in good condition. It's still brown, but it's always good to get changed because the oil percentage light is on. Now we're gonna wait and let the oil come out. Fluid drains out of the oil pan. You're gonna want a towel to wipe off any excess fluid that's sitting here, and then you're gonna want to tighten it back. And then after you do that, you're gonna want to take off the oil filter here. Don't forget to move your oil drain pan back so that the oil can go straight down and not cause a mess. And then with one good like tug, the oil filter should be ready to come off. And be careful not to let it fall in the oil pan and then splatter oil everywhere. Try to take it off with your hand. You might get a little dirty, but that's okay. Then, once that drains out, you're gonna wanna get the old one. So with the old oil filter off, you're gonna use any of the oil that's sitting on this to take, put it on the top of your glove, and then you're gonna lube it around this, so when you put it back onto the motor, it doesn't get stuck when you take it off the next time. Oil filter off, you're gonna take the new one that's already lubed up, you're gonna put it back, find the right hole for it to go into, and then you're gonna hand tighten it back all the way down. Once it's all the way down, you're gonna take a towel, wipe it off, pull on it some more. You're gonna take your wrench, and then you're gonna make sure that it's tightened. This is important. You wanna make sure that it's tightened. Remember, don't tighten it too much or else you can risk snapping the bolt. So just give it a couple little pulls. Once you know it's tight, give it one last tug. Wipe off any excess fluid that could be leaking off. And then you're gonna go to the top of the vehicle to top off all the fluids. So now you're gonna get your funnel, your 5 quarts of oil, and fill up about 4.4. So when you know you get down low, you're gonna wanna check this. once you feel the bottle get light, you're gonna want to stop and check it. Right now we're at about 4 quarts, so we're gonna pour just for another quick second. Now we check. It's about 4.5 quarts in the motor, about half a quart in here. We're gonna go start the vehicle, let it run for about 30 seconds. After you put all the oil in, you're gonna wanna look under the car to check for any leaks. As you see, there's none, so now we're gonna go start the car. All right, so after you have the car running for about 30 seconds and you shut it off, you're gonna pull the dipstick, wipe it off, pull it in again, get in there, wiggle it a little bit, pull it back out, check it, put it back in, wiggle it, take it out. As you can see, the markings here, the oil is full, and that she's all good to go. Oil change done on an 09 Accord, plain and simple. Basically how you do a step-by-step oil change on an 09 Accord 4-cylinder. It's a pretty straightforward process, and it's kind of the same depending on the vehicle. A happy customer gets to go home, and that's it. That's all from Armani Speed 3 Automotive. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.